It's not always the damsels who are in distress. Sometimes it's the boys who are holding out for a heroine.
I am no man.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 live-action moments where women save the men. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at live-action movie moments where men needed rescuing, and women were there to save them. Number 10. Giselle saves Robert, Enchanted.
Are you at the edge of your seat, Giselle?
Damsel in distress Giselle was dreaming of true love's kiss when she suddenly found herself pushed into the role of a heroine in her own story. Giselle is constantly finding herself in need of rescuing, whether by Edward from Trolls or by Robert from falling off billboards and poisoned apples.
I knew it was you.
But this fairy tale gets flipped and turned upside down when Giselle suddenly becomes the hero and Robert the damsel.
Over my dead body.
All right, I'm flexible.
When evil Queen Nerissa crashes the ball and takes Robert hostage, it's up to Giselle to save the day. She scales the tower, slays the dragon, and catches Robert before he falls to his death. Armed with a sword and a chipmunk, Giselle gives a whole new look to the knight in shining armor trope.
Is this a habit of yours? Falling off of stuff?
Only when you're around to catch me.
Number 9. Rose DeWitt Bukater saves Jack Dawson from drowning, Titanic.
Can anybody hear me?
Things couldn't get worse for Rose and Jack. Yes, they've just made passionate love to each other, but the passenger liner on which they shared said love has just collided with a massive iceberg. Rose's fiancé Cal then frames Jack for theft, which leads to his being arrested and handcuffed to a pipe. With the ship sinking fast, Rose isn't about to let her new beloved drown, but the situation is getting more dire by the second. With axe in hand, the brave Rose risks her life to enter the Master-at-Arms' quickly flooding office. Despite the urgency, Jack insists Rose practice her swinging before she sets him free.
Good. Now try and hit the same mark again, Rose. You can do it.
The scene may be tense, but with some humor injected in, it's also unforgettable. Number 8. Catwoman rescues Batman, The Dark Knight Rises.
Come with me. Save yourself.
Yes, even the solo vigilante needs help from time to time. While taking on Bane alone in an effort to deactivate a bomb, Batman gets blindsided by ally Miranda Tate. Miranda reveals herself to be none other than Talia al Ghul, daughter of Ra's al Ghul, the real villain Batman's looking for. Just as Bane gets ready to deliver the killing blow to Batman, Catwoman arrives with the Bat Pod at the last minute.
You'll just have to imagine the fire.
She blasts Bane, effectively killing him, saving Batman, and proving herself to be a perfect heroine when needed. It's a small moment, but one that completely changes the entire ending.
About the whole no guns thing. I'm not sure I feel as strongly about it as you do.
Number 7. Hit Girl saves Kick-Ass and Big Daddy, Kick-Ass. This badass girl knows how to throw down with the best of them. And she hasn't even hit puberty yet. She comes to Kick-Ass's rescue not once, but twice, and rescues Big Daddy as well when main baddie Frank is about to torture and kill both men. Trained on a variety of weapons, Hit Girl has a knack for coming in out of nowhere with epic timing and taking the bad guys completely by surprise.
Time to die.
And to top it all off, she takes down the villains pretty much single-handedly. While Kick-Ass and Big Daddy are helplessly tied to chairs awaiting their demise, Hit Girl literally blindsides her opponents and takes the majority of them down in a one-girl shootout. Now that's girl power.
Choose over motherfuckers.
Number 6. Pepper Potts saves Iron Man, Iron Man 3.
That was really violent.
Pepper Potts spices things up in the third installment of Iron Man when this mild-mannered lady becomes the real superhero. When she's kidnapped by Killian, he subjects her to an experimental and deadly extremist treatment. But in a surprising turn of events, Pepper not only survives the treatment, but also becomes a superhuman in her own right. Needless to say, she's royally pissed at her torturer, and is looking to settle the score. So when Killian goes to deliver the killing blow to Tony, Pepper intervenes, knocking Killian out of the way.
I am the Mandarin!
She finishes the job by destroying him with a blaster from part of Stark's Iron Man armor. saving her hapless Avenger boyfriend. Number 5. Neytiri saves Jake Sully, Avatar. Jake is out of his element when he arrives on Pandora. Without the help of Neytiri, he most certainly would have died 100 horrible deaths on the deadly planet. But the real moment where he's most vulnerable is when Colonel Quaritch severely injures Jake's avatar in battle. Just as he's about to slit Jake's throat, Neytiri kills Quaritch with an arrow. But because Jake's avatar is seriously hurt, human Jake is forced to evacuate his unit into the toxic Pandora atmosphere, which causes him to suffocate. Lucky for him, Neytiri reaches Jake's human body just in time to give him the oxygen mask he needs to survive.
I see you.
I see you.
Number 4. Ellen Ripley rescues the Marines, aliens.
Get them out of there! Do it now!
Shut up!
This lady is really out of this world. Ripley's a hardcore woman who warned everyone about the threat of aliens when she's rescued from space.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
When a squad of colonial Marines is sent to investigate, against Ripley's advice, aliens attack them. Because all the men freeze with panic, it's the woman who has to come to the rescue.
Ripley, what the hell are you doing?
When it's clear Lieutenant Gorman has no idea what to do, Ripley takes control of the vehicle and drives to the Marines' rescue. She waits for as many soldiers as she can before driving away from the rampaging aliens.
Ripley! Go, go, go!
Believe it or not, sometimes it takes a woman to save the day.
It's all right, we're clear!
Number 3. Arwen rescues Frodo Baggins, the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring.
If you want him, come and claim him.
Frodo may be the hero of Middle-earth, but Arwen is Frodo's savior. Without her, Frodo and consequently Middle-earth would be doomed. When a ringwraith stabs the little hobbit, he falls subject to a fate worse than death by slowly becoming a minion of the Witch King. Were it not for Arwen's ability to outmaneuver the Nazgul and her impressive spell incantations that wash them away, Frodo would never have survived. But Arwen's not the only woman to give the Nazgul a hard time. Out on the battlefield, Owen protects her uncle from the Witch King and kills the leader of the Wraiths, a feat no man could ever achieve. Number 2. Katniss Everdeen heals Peeta Mellark, The Hunger Games.
We'll figure something out.
Like what?
If ever there was a dude in distress, Peeta is certainly it. While sweet and caring, he's absolutely useless in a fight, which, unfortunately for him, is what the Hunger Games are all about. It's Katniss's survival skills and quick thinking that pull him through the games. When Katniss goes searching for Peeta, after a revision in the rules allowing for 2 victors, she finds him seriously injured and in danger of dying from infection. Tugging on the heartstrings of the viewers, and owing to her knowledge of the forest, she's able to save Peeta. This ultimately saves more than just the day. It allows them both to go on and win the games.
This year's victors of the 74th Annual Hunger Games!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Oh God! God!
Number 1. Leia Organa saves Han Solo. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Just relax for a moment.
She's one of the key driving forces behind the Rebel Alliance, and she's found herself in some pretty sticky situations. But Leia's take-charge attitude proves more than once that this princess isn't as helpless as she seems. When Han Solo is captured and frozen in carbonite after he's late in paying Jabba the Hutt back, Leia comes to his rescue. Disguised as a bounty hunter and with Chewie as her prisoner, Leia sneaks into Jabba's palace and deactivates the carbonite and frees Han in the dead of night.
Who are you?
Someone who loves you.
There's no telling where the Star Wars galaxy would be without its women. Another prime example is Rey saving a helpless and panicking Finn from a Rathtar attack in The Force Awakens. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.